So to set up the nitric for a transfer, you need to get the nitric big cylinders that we use on the unit, a small portable nitric cylinder, a splitter, the clear elbows, it's got a little one there, a baby pack, you can't use a venti pack, and then some rebreathing circuits and also a spare oxygen cylinder. So these are all kept, all of the disposables are kept in the squirrel room, and the actual Inamax is kept in the badger room. To disconnect everything, you have two big cylinders of nitric, and to disconnect them you push the collar in and then the lead will come out. So that's cylinder one disconnected, and then push the collar on the second one and that's cylinder two connected, and they just pop out as you do it. So just to show you again, it doesn't matter which ones they go into, but you just push the collar in and the lead comes out. Now you need to disconnect the blender from the actual nitric monitor. So to do this, there's this white plastic cover over it. You need to move it down, and then with this one you need to pull the collar towards you, towards your fingers, and it will come out. So it's opposite from the other two. You pull the collar towards you and it comes out. And that now means that the monitor and the blender are disconnected. And then you need to disconnect the last one, which is a black lead, and that measures, it's an infrared lead, and it measures how much is being administered from the cylinders. And if you go to the nitric portable system, this plastic cap has got a little infrared reading inside. So when the nitric is being administered, it monitors exactly how much we use, and we're charged per hour of use. And if you look here, you can see how much nitric is still left in the system. And that gets put on so that the little button slides in through the indent. You need to disconnect the actual monitor from the stand. So I'm going to just undo the monitor, and then you can lift the monitor and we'll just put it on here onto the trolley. Now the nitric electricity cable stays connected with the nitric monitor. That can just get curled up and put on there. So now you want to disconnect the actual blender from the stand, and again you just have to untwist the clamp and then you can lift it up, and attached is still the nitric oxygen cable, the hose, so you need to carry that across as well. And then the final thing to do is you need to disconnect the actual nitric measuring lead from the plastic corrugated tubing, and that can be left here with the actual monitor. So now you're completely disconnected and you can work on setting the nitric up from here.
So if you get the oxygen splitter and connect it into the oxygen cylinder, connect the oxygen hose from a blender to the portable oxygen cylinder. Then connect the infrared, so the black lead, from the portable nitric cylinder to the monitor by lining up the two red dots and pushing it in. It is important to remember to purge the nitric cylinder before connecting to the monitor. To do this, turn the portable nitric cylinder fully on by turning a black rubber cup anti-clockwise towards the positive sign, and then turn fully off by turning the cap clockwise to the negative. So take the grey portable nitric lead, which is attached to the cylinder head, and press the lead into the nitric purging point and hold until the gas has escaped. This should take about 1 to 3 seconds. If it's longer, just check that you've turned the cylinder off fully. Connect the grey portable nitric lead to the back of the Inamax marked cylinder 1. Reconnect the grey nitric bagging lead from the blender to the back of the monitor next to the infrared lead. You can then connect the bagging circuit to the front of a blender, and then you're ready to turn the nitric cylinder fully on by turning the black rubber cap anti-clockwise towards the plus. Now you're ready to connect the baby pack to the nitric monitor. So to do this, you can only use a baby pack ventilator for nitric. So you get the baby pack with the same baby pack tubing. However, this time it's important to collect a clear elbow onto the expiratory limb of a ventilator circuit. It's also really important to remember now that you need to recognise the inspiratory and the expiratory ports of a ventilator. So you connect the tubes to the right part. From here, you can then connect the inject block, which is a cream block, to the outflow port of the portable ventilator, the baby pack, with the arrow going towards the patient. You then need to connect the sampling line from the monitor to the ventilator circuit using the clear elbow. You're then ready to turn your nitric on and your INOMAX monitor on. To do this, there's a black button at the bottom of the monitor. So now your nitric is all ready and set up to use. It's really important, if your journey's been more than 20 minutes, to re-purge the old nitric from the tubing, as this is poisonous. You now need to calibrate the monitor by pressing this button and doing a low-cal calibration. This takes a little minute to do. It's just important to know that these small nitric cylinders have 800 parts per million of nitric, which is the same as the large cylinders, so will last a long time. And you've also got a 6-hour battery life on your monitor.